Hi, I'm here to talk about my personal strengths and weaknesses. According to Hawker and Wilmot, underneath the categories of self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and social skills, my strengths. It was hard to choose a little bit between my strengths and weaknesses because it's hard to sometimes narrow it down because I want to be accurate for myself and for this answer so y'all can get to know me best and so Dr. Foamy can get to know me best. But I believe that my strengths are emotional self-awareness and trustworthiness and teamwork and collaboration. So I chose emotional self-awareness because I typically almost always know how I feel about something, whether it makes me mad, sad, happy, all these things. So I know what my emotions are. However, that's a strength, but my downfall of that is I don't necessarily know the right words to explain how I feel to somebody else right in the moment of something. So those words in my communication towards someone comes maybe a little bit later. My other strength I chose is trustworthiness. Trustworthiness in friendships and in even in the workplace is very important to me, and one of the things that I really don't like is when someone lies to me. It hurts my relationship with that person pretty deeply, and so I try to be as trustworthy as possible. So when someone asks me a question, I'm going to tell them what I think, but not in a very blunt, aggressive way, because there's a way to say how you feel and being trustworthy with that, without being very dominating. So I try to be absolutely trustworthy because that's something that's really important to me in all my relationships. And then my other strength is teamwork and collaboration. I chose this because being a student athlete, or has been student athlete, but even in my work in the workplace now, but as a student athlete, it's very important to me that I work with my teammates, that we do have a common goal, and that we collaborate about different ideas about how to reach that goal. And so I had to do that as a freshman all the way until a senior, but definitely more so as an upperclassman and the captain of the team, to lead those kind of collaborative talks, so we could have proper teamwork. And my weaknesses fall underneath accurate self-assessment. So in the moment of a conflict, it may be hard for me to have an accurate self-assessment because my emotions can get in the way. But one of the things that I try to do is to postpone, not avoid, but postpone so I can collect my thoughts. And sometimes that may come off as me avoiding or like I don't want to talk about the conflict at all. But so accurate self-assessment in a conflict is important, but I sometimes have a hard time with that because my emotions get in the way, and I could act quickly without thinking about what I say and how I feel about it. Another weakness that I have is adaptability. I have a hard time sometimes with adversity and adapting to new situations with anything could change, like in my life. Like for instance, me moving to Alaska at a young age, at 14 years old, moving away from family and friends, everything I knew, moving to Alaska, I did not adapt quickly whatsoever. It took me about a year and a half. But of course that was when I was 14. Now I'm 23, about to turn 24. So I have to be much better at that if I want to succeed and achieve the goals that I have in life. Another weakness I have is really sometimes being empathetic. I am compassionate, but sometimes if someone were to give me some information about why they didn't they were sad or didn't get their work done that day and would tell me all these things, I'd be like, okay, well, I had all this stuff to do too, and somehow I got it done. So sometimes that's how I feel in a group setting, which is not always good. I need to be more empathetic. So that's definitely one of my weaknesses.